Chelsea. Where do we start?
Their jersey. Like, they got everything wrong.
Yeah.
Your jersey inakaa Colgate. They even had Hazard to...
Bro, inaka uniform ya swimo.
Ama ni ya basi. Basi yako ya Coast.
Na modern Coast.
Coast Bus.
Coast Bus.
Yeah. So Chelsea are also making signings. The only reason we didn't have
Active
them,
money laundering.
only reason we didn't have them on our list was because we can't have them on our list of who's winning the transfer market if your team is just
a whole different thing.
It's insane.
So,
you're telling me they have more signings than wins?
Yeah.
In the last year.
2 years. Neto was the 35th signing. Now they have 29 wins.
I think they got the wrong manager for that category, because the manager is indulging the owner.
But do we blame the manager or the owner?
The manager is indulging the owner. When they were trying to sign him from Leicester, those are the kind of conversations they had about giving him like funding and everything. It's kind of like when Tuchel was there and he kept saying that he doesn't even know everybody in his squad.
No, I think it's the ownership.
No, I mean the ownership.
Ownership wants someone they can control.
I'm not refusing that. I'm just saying that, Tuchel was in a position of zero power because ownership came and found him there and imposed people on him, yeah? Maresca had to be vibed. It was like Graham Potter, he had to be vibed to come. He left a club. He was the marquee signing for them, the first one, yeah? And in his terms, he knows the kind of people he wants to work with.
But do you think Maresca is going to think twice about it? He's not the manager at the level of Tuchel that you have to go and tell him, yo, come to this project. That guy will take it because that's the biggest job he's gotten in his career.
But I mean, fair enough. He was being tapped because all these guys worked with Pep. All these guys are Pep's understudies. So I know it's the biggest job and he will take it. It's just, I'm beginning to feel bad for him the way I felt bad for Graham Potter and for Tuchel when you have guys, they were saying that in the team talk, guys are sitting outside.
Yeah.
Me, I can't feel bad for him. Let me tell you why. The end of last season, when the season ended, Pochettino was doing so well with that squad. Pochettino won 5 games in a row. They were scoring goals. They were not conceding as much.
They were even the best team in the FA Cup semis.
Yeah, like you could see there was a structure. There was a clear structure that now he's getting to see who his best players are. He's slowly weeding out the people he don't need.
And they're working for him.
And they're working for him. And they actually, when stories came out that he's going to be fired, those guys went on a run.
It actually happened
and
when Enzo got injured.
And when Enzo got injured.
Yeah.
And he was like, me, I'll bench him. I don't care about him. Yeah. But this guy is clear, like, they believe that he's their biggest asset, 100 million. After that whole debacle of him dissing Nini's, you see nothing happened. Yeah. They just said, he's not going to be disciplined.
130 million or something.
And then they said he's going to make a generous donation to a charity that was signed off by the club. To them, the priority is the asset.
So basically, they're thinking like American sports.
That now, this is the part where I don't feel bad for him.
Yeah.
When after the whole thing went by, see the last week of the season before the FA Cup final, Pochettino had dinner with. He was asked, "What are your plans for next season?" He's like, I think he had just been told he's going to have dinner with the guy. He went to a press conference. This is why it's important to watch press conferences. He went to a press conference and he said, "Yeah, we're going to have a dinner tomorrow. We're going to discuss the way forward." And he was very honest about it. He's like, "We're going to have a dinner tomorrow. We're going to discuss the way forward." And
the next season.
And we see what the way forward is.
Because also
he had the dinner.
Because also Chelsea were taking into account, I'm just giving context to your story, the fact that they're going to be participating at the end of this year in the new FIFA Club World Cup. So there was supposed to be some level of continuity.
That might not happen. FIFA has been sued.
I mean, before that, I'm giving context around the situation of what was happening, even in the owners and managers' mind.
Then he had that dinner.
Yeah.
By 7 a.m, he was fired. He was fired by 7 a.m. And he did not have another he did not talk about Chelsea again. He has not been in the public again. Clearly came out and said he did not match our goal for the rest of, or he wasn't aligned to what we were trying to achieve here.
Excuse they
Yet,
gave for Tuchel.
He's the one who, when everything went haywire, he's the one who brought everyone together and gave them a direction to go towards. Like, listen, I don't need this player, I don't need this player. Enzo is not working for me, I'm going to bench him. We are going in this direction. He's come with the direction. And then he has the dinner at 7 a.m. He was fired. He was fired on the Athletic. The thing was, it was
Yeah, I
happening in
remember,
real
In
time.
real time, yeah.
Like the guy has dinner, kidogo, you hear,
Has left
Pochettino
on
doesn't
mutual
doesn't mean to be happy. And then in the morning, yes, they said mutual consent, but they fired him. We all know what happened. So you know all these things are happening. You as Enzo Maresca, when you accept this job, you know what is going to happen. You know what they want from you.
That's very fair. It's a fair assessment in that regard, for sure. That you know that the owner is playing FIFA manager with the team, and anything like I can just remember last year, anyone Arsenal was interested in, Chelsea would go for.
Yeah.
Like they don't know how he's going to fit. They did not know the plan for
didn't
Mudryk.
scout.
They didn't scout. They had no clue.
strategy.
They were just like,
He's
yes,
young. Yeah, we are paying it.
Arsenal wants him. He's posting about Arsenal. This guy must be the real deal. And Arsenal is willing to go to 100. Even Caicedo.
Caicedo was almost
Caicedo
training
was
Liverpool.
literally because of Arsenal's interest. Lavia was because of Arsenal's interest. Because Arsenal had been pursuing Lavia as a backup. And we're like, okay, we're going to go get this guy. Because I remember he tormented us at the Emirates, yeah? And the minute Chelsea had, after Caicedo, they turned around. And I was like, you guys have 4 CDMs totaling 200 plus million, 250 million. Why? That's just the strategy.
No.
The only
The
gamble that
three
worked-
total to 50.
Actually, yeah, the 3 total to 50.
Yeah.
So anyone
And then who
else.
was the other one?
Because they bought Caicedo, they bought
120,
Enzo,
Enzo 110, then Lavia 50 something.
Ah, yeah.
45 or 55, yeah.
So yeah, there's that. And then the thing that doesn't make sense to me at all. How are you treating Chalobah? Right now, if we go through the
And
Chelsea
Gallagher.
defense, Chalobah is the best defender.
Yeah.
The same thing they did to Mount, Havertz. Okay, Havertz
And-
left from Cobham.
And the worst part is not even the worst part. Another bad part is
Like for the Trevor Chalobah one, it's just
those guys are all homegrown
yeah,
players.
homegrown players. Yeah, even Gallagher. Like I'm just
And
like,
then
why?
Gallagher, Gallagher was
Their
he
best
was
player.
offered a new contract. He rejected it. That's why he's signing with Atletico. Because these guys are like, we're not going to let your contract run down.
You read the story.
You go.
didn't you?
You go. Yeah. But the problem is they offered him a 2-year extension. Yet you signed Drewsbury Hall on 6 years. Jorgensen,
the
7 years.
And then they told him it's a 2-year extension on very low pay. But
And
if-
you've paid Nani one.
yeah, but if you perform, we'll increase it.
might.
But we are not going to give you game time with the new manager.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, I'm not getting game time. So I can't even perform to increase this thing. And other guys are being given 6-8 year contracts
And
at
then
high pay.
last year, when stuff was hitting the fan, Kabisa,
It was Gallagher.
he was Gallagher. Gallagher was the only person who was coming out to talk to the media. He was not supposed to be captain. Rhys James was captain. He ended up becoming captain. He's taking everything on the chin. I am going to hold this team down. This is the team that I love.
responsibility.
He took the responsibility. When things were bad, he's the only one who wanted to talk to the media. When things were good, Akina who want to come. Cole Palmer, I get. He was still young. He's not ready. But
the Bellingham-esque moment.
yeah. But Palmer at the same time was performing on the field, so we get it.
The only gamble that worked, actually.
Yeah. The only gamble that worked. But then now you see, like, why Gallagher? He was your leader. He was the only person who'd.
And he was performing.
And he was the
day-
engine. He was the engine of the team.
The day they were fighting for a penalty, it was who?
Jackson and Madueke.
He's the one who's going to tell him, listen,
Palmer,
there's
yeah.
hierarchy here.
There's hierarchy here.
Like, that's the only person who's making sense. You've lost Thiago Silva, another leader. Even though he can't speak English, he's still a leader, right?
Leadership
You've
is
lost
leadership,
him.
yeah.
You can't lose every person. Now, who's going to be the
Trevor
captain?
Chalobah, you've lost them.
And then, now this is not that.
That's the
like,
worst
oh my
one,
God,
yeah, that's the
Chelsea
worst
really,
one.
it's just incompetent. And it's not even hate, it's just
But
incompetence.
what do you expect from owners who want a team to play 4-4-3? Remember that's the formation they wanted.
Oh,
to
4-4-3, yeah?
Yeah.
With,
Nakumbuka
with,
zile-
with,
zile
with,
tweets
with,
za,
with, with, with Todd Bowley up top. Eh?
this team will be illegal. Then we'll field 12
You know the thing that also is really annoying. They are going to promote Enzo to vice
Captaincy.
captain.
vice captain. After all he did,
After Rhys James,
Mm.
who is never available, so he's the captain now.
It's him and
it's Enzo. Rhys James is the
because even Nani was second, third. Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher was one of
Thiago
the
Silva
captains.
was second, I think. And
Gallagher
who
was one
it?
of the captains.
Yeah, no, he was one of the so the club captain was Reese, and then they had a vice. I forgotten, but anyway, he's going to be part of the leadership group. After everything he did, after Fofana unfollowed him, Badiashile unfollowed him,
all French players.
all the
Besides-
French players just like these.
Even Fofana went and typed something on Instagram.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ile ya nini. Nini,
I also read somewhere that Enzo had a meeting with Rhys James where he apologized to the team.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm here for their downfall personally. Yeah.
But you see, there's something Pep said that he learned from Fergie, having a thin squad that you can manage. You can manage to keep all the players happy. Let's say 25, 26 players. Chelsea has 45.
Bro, Pep never gets past 18 premium guys.
And,
Exactly.
and even those
Never,
45,
like-
you can't even register them.
Yeah, as in Pep always gets to 16 like starters, yeah? And then he'll bring in like Phil Foden for the longest time. Was just addition. He's like you're just happy to be training with the guys.
Just like Oscar Bob.
Yeah, and you can see Arteta is doing it also with Nwariri, Skelly, like these kids who have shown really good promise. You want them there as guys who are just happy. Like if they're given their 10 minutes, they are going to push for 10 minutes, you know? If they're given a Carabao Cup, they're going to push for that Carabao Cup. But at Chelsea, that's when you're going to bring, I don't know, Madueke.
And to
each
be honest,
position
they
has
have,
5 players.
they
at
have
least.
very good players. They have very skilled players. But
Like Neto. Like
You
now,
can't
what-
give
what is-
them time.
We're discussing this with Ndege. Madueke has to go.
and Madueke has been their best player in preseason. Because right
Even
now,
from last season,
if you
when
look
coach
at
brought him in.
if you look at value, in terms of wingers, obviously Palmer has the highest value, but they're not selling Palmer. So it's Madueke.
And Sterling.
Who is going to
Who's
buy
going to buy
Sterling?
him? Italy only.
Juve.
But they won't buy for high. Italy.
Buy for
10 or wanaondoke odi.
First of all, it can only be Juve because they're the only ones who can afford that salary.
you think Boli is gonna go for that?
Yeah,
So-
You think Bali will accept 10?
He'll be thinking.
In your opinion, I'm just asking. Do you
No,
think
he
Boli?
won't.
I think he will.
But that's the only option they have.
you know,
I'm a back equal team.
you know why I think he will? Because that 10, look at the
Balance-
salary.
Balance.
The salary is 350 probably.
Yeah.
So in a month, you've paid him that 10.
But you know, also many of these players, I think they have many players of high resale value, which right now everyone is like, Malo Gusto, for example, Malo Gusto can go easily for 30. In my opinion, Malo
But
Gusto,
he's their best right back right now.
he is. But if they have to do a fire sale at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, just be like, okay, we need to sell people. What will they do? So they have to sell him. Because I'm looking at people. I'm trying to look at who has
Their
high
assets.
resale value that can actually fetch for a lot. Because someone like, if they decide they're going to sell Madueke, I'll just wait for you until the last day of transfer deadline
Yeah.
and be like, okay, son, give him to me on loan, and you guys still pay his wages.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you need to do.
Nothing
You'll
you
just
can do about
accept,
it, you'll
right?
accept. Even
But-
Mudryk, remember when they signed Mudryk and I told you 3 years he's going to come on loan somewhere.
Mudryk doesn't have high resale value because he's already 100. So like, how do you sell? I'm just trying to see who you sell. Malo Gusto to me is one of the Malo Gusto, Madueke.
Colwill,
Yeah.
homegrown.
That one they're not going to sell.
I know, but I'm just giving the guys who have, like, you're talking about the people they could
Assets.
sell.
Their
Assets.
assets.
Colwill.
And no, like that are realistic. Realistically, they can sell. Colwill, they're not going to sell. Colwill, they're not going to sell realistically because they've said we don't want to sell him. And he's the only player they've said that about. I don't think there's any player they've said they would don't want to sell.
They have bad Chalobah from the training.
Oh
but
my
they want
goodness.
35.
Don't even start with that.
They want 35 for him.
Don't even start with that.
Okay, they are going to sell Lukaku.
Chalobah.
For 10
Chalobah
out
is
of
one. Chalobah is probably a very good asset.
Yeah, 35. But who's going to pay that for him?
Many people.
You see, the problem is
Many people.
time yenye nini window ilikuwa inaanza, United actually wanted him. But Chelsea said no. Because we sold you Mount last season, we can't sell to a direct rival.
Fulham.
Battle of the Mids.
Fulham.
No, like sasa.
See Chalobah. So we're talking about Chalobah.
Yeah, so they didn't want to sell to us because
Oh yeah, no, I get that part. I'm trying to answer your other questions. You might who would want him?
like who will want him and pay that 35?
Fulham.
They won't pay 35.
They don't have a centre back. They've sold their 2 centre backs. Team
They
Rim.
they can buy Lindelof. Lindelof is going for 10M. Yeah? You see, they pulled out of the rest to sign Maxos. And Maxos was 30.
Maxwell is not going to West Ham.
No, Fulham
Ama
wanted
ilikuwa last year. Oh yeah, Fulham
Yeah,
wanted
Fulham
him.
ilikuwa namdai alafu tukaomba 30 juu we saw they paid 35 for this Arsenal number 10 Emil Smith Rowe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we wanted the same but they said nah thanks. Like we just wanted to milk the 57 they got from Palinya.
But then McTominay is, how old is he? 27?
Yeah, 27.
28. Still not bad. Like, still not
Youngster
bad.
upcoming.
Yeah, upcoming youngster.
Yeah. Our top scorer.
Yeah, so that is where we are at with...
But I see Chelsea
Chelsea.
time they click, by the time Enzo Maresca knows, like, okay, this will be my first 11, like consistently, except Cole Palmer, who can we say is a guaranteed starter? Because
Caicedo.
they have 4 goalkeepers right now.
Caicedo.
They have Lavia.
Caicedo is guaranteed.
Really?
Palmer is guaranteed.
Yeah, Palmer.
Kukurea is guaranteed.
Kukurea.
Kukurea is guaranteed. Kukurea was the best player in the Euros, in my opinion.
But they went ahead and signed Robert Viega.
Oh, sorry, if you don't count Nani. What's the kid's name?
Lamine.
Yeah.
They went and signed Viega for 37M, who's a left back. They
Yeah.
have Chilwell.
Chilwell at this point is not better than Kukurea.
They have Kuku.
And he's not better.
And
Okay.
in preseason, what
He's
I
not
saw,
he's not more valuable because he doesn't play as much. He's
and
never fit.
in preseason,
Let me
what I
say
saw,
that.
Gusto was playing at left back to accommodate Rhys James. So assuming Rhys James will be fit, which is a task,
Mm.
akianza, Gusto ataenda left back. Like, there are so many problems that Enzo Maresca has to fix.
But you see, that's where I'm saying Pochettino went through all of that so that you don't have to go through it. That is the thing that annoys me about this team.
But who do we blame? The manager or the owner, or both?
The owner, definitely. At this point, it's the owner. Because you had a manager to steady the ship.
Yeah.
Went on a 5-game run, he did his job. So now it's help him build on what he has built. He now knows his strongest 11. He now knows who can thrive under pressure. He now has a style of play that is implemented.
Yeah.
Like, he's done all of these things. Now it's your job. Okay, how do we support you now to build on this? Then you decide to hire a new manager. A new manager has to break everything down again and start from scratch. So you see, you're wasting time every time. You're wasting a guy like Palmer, who showed you he's so good. Like, now you need to help him,
That's another
build
problem.
around him.
Yesterday, I watched them play Inter, and Palmer was playing so far away from the goal.
I don't think there's anyone. Is there anyone else they can play him now that Madueke? So Momo kwanza na Madueke huko mbele.
Madueke was the right wing, where Palmer was starting, but alikuwa na focus more on the right half spaces. He's not a winger that ako wide kwa touchline. Yeye ni mse wa half spaces.
Where was that Orodo Ninige going to play?
He's a striker. Yeye ni striker.
So, but where was he going to play? Because at this point,
They have Jackson.
even Broha is back.
Guehi is going on loan. Guhi. How's that? Huyo kijana wa Barcelona anaitwa aje? Guhi.
Gui, yeah, Mark Gui.
Yeah, Guhi is going on loan.
He's going on loan.
Yeah. Ilikuwa agreed hata before nini.
See, he played yesterday.
But ataenda on loan ligi kianza. Anaenda Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Strasbourg.
Then right now they are negotiating for Felix.
Jorgensen is the keeper they signed.
Yeah. Jorgensen,
24
they have
million.
Sanchez. Like, the funny thing
They have 7 goalkeepers, bro.
I had
Manager-
Vega.
Kepa Arrizabalaga is back.
manager ana prefer Sanchez. Then the owner went ahead. Oh, okay, una prefer Sanchez. Wacha ni kusurprise.
But also, like just.
Went to Belgium, bought a goalkeeper. Went to Spain, bought a goalkeeper.
But I'm just
Kepa is
curious.
back.
Why would the manager prefer Sanchez and Sanchez cannot play out from the back?
He's good on the ball simply because of the system from Brighton. That was the main.
No, like
was
last
the main
season when
reason
he
why they
played, I mean,
play.
he gifted Rice a goal. Like, that guy he's shaky.
I know, but that was early in the season.
No, I'm
No,
telling
it
you,
wasn't.
even
It wasn't
even when he played at Brighton, one of the reasons he lost his place at Brighton was
Giving-
because he could
giving the
not.
ball away.
Yeah, he could not play out from the back. He's like
See,
the hair.
Sanchez was at Chelsea the whole of last season.
Yeah, but I'm saying before he was at Brighton. Yeah,
before.
one of the reasons he fell out of favor with De Zerbi is because of that ball playing ability.
Okay, but that's De Zerbi is also weird.
I know, but
Because
just,
De Zerbi has never had one goalkeeper.